Welcome back to Evening Reflections, the podcast where we explore the nightly routines that help people unwind, relax, and prepare for a good night's sleep. I'm Sarah.
And I'm James. Today we're diving into the topic of nightly routines, what people do at night to wind down, how they prepare for the next day, and some tips to make your evenings more restful.
That's right. Nighttime routines are so important because they set the tone for quality sleep and overall well-being. So, James, what does your typical evening look like?
Well, Sarah, my evening usually starts around 6:30 p.m. I like to finish up work by then if possible. After that, I usually spend about 20 minutes tidying up my space, doing some light cleaning, organizing, or just clearing my desk so I don't wake up to chaos the next morning.
That makes sense. A tidy space can definitely help promote a calm mind. What about dinner? Do you have a specific routine around that?
I do. I prefer having dinner early, around 7 p.m., and I try to keep it light. Usually I go for vegetables, some lean protein, and maybe a small portion of carbs. After dinner, I avoid caffeine and heavy desserts, which can interfere with sleep.
That's a good point. I read that avoiding screens and caffeine at least an hour before bed can really help your sleep quality. Do you have any screen-free time during your evening?
Yes, definitely. From around 8:30 p.m. onward, I try to minimize my screen use. I switch to reading a physical book or journaling. I find that reading a novel helps me relax, and journaling helps me reflect on the day.
Journaling is a great habit. Do you write about your day or do you have prompts you follow?
Mostly I write about what happened during the day, things I'm grateful for, goals for tomorrow, and sometimes just random thoughts. It helps clear my mind before bed. How about you, Sarah? What's your routine like?
Well, I start winding down around 9 p.m. I turn off all electronic devices and do a skincare routine. I find that the act of taking care of my skin helps me transition into relaxation mode.
That's interesting. Do you use any particular products or rituals?
Yes, I use a gentle cleanser, then apply a moisturizer, and sometimes use calming essential oils like lavender in a diffuser. Lavender is known for its relaxing properties, which helps me feel sleepy.
I love lavender too. After that, do you do any other activities?
I do. I usually spend about 15 to 20 minutes meditating or practicing deep breathing exercises to calm my mind. Sometimes I listen to calming music or nature sounds.
I should try meditation. Do you find it effective?
Absolutely. It helps reduce anxiety and promotes a sense of peace before sleep. Plus, it's a great way to disconnect from the stresses of the day.
That sounds wonderful. Do you have any other rituals?
Sometimes I write in a gratitude journal, listing 3 things I'm thankful for that day. It helps me end the day on a positive note.
I like that idea. I've heard that a consistent bedtime also helps improve sleep. What time do you usually go to bed?
I aim for around 10:30 p.m. I think consistency is key. Going to bed and waking up at the same time helps regulate your internal clock.
Definitely. I try to stick to a schedule too, and on weekends, I still try to keep a similar routine to avoid throwing off my sleep cycle.
That's smart. So, do you think having a consistent bedtime affects your overall health?
Absolutely, I believe it does. Consistency helps regulate your circadian rhythm, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed. Plus, it reduces stress and improves mood during the day.
I completely agree. I've also noticed that when I stick to a routine, I wake up feeling more energetic and less groggy. Do you ever have nights when your routine gets disrupted?
For sure, especially during busy weeks or if I travel. Sometimes staying out later or working late messes up my schedule. But I try to get back on track the next night. Do you have any tips for resetting your routine after a disruption?
I find that doing a short meditation or some light stretching before bed helps me realign. Also, limiting screen time and sticking to my usual wind-down activities as soon as I can makes a difference.
Those are great tips. I think listening to your body is important too. If I'm feeling particularly anxious or restless, I might take an extra 10 minutes to do deep breathing or a gratitude exercise. Sometimes it's about adapting your routine to how you feel.
Definitely. Flexibility within a routine can be beneficial as long as core habits stay consistent. Speaking of habits, do you have any nighttime habits that might seem unusual but work well for you?
Actually, yes. I've started keeping a small container of herbal tea, like chamomile, by my bedside, and I sip on it if I wake up in the middle of the night. It helps me feel cozy and sleepy again without caffeine.
That's a clever idea. I drink warm milk or herbal teas myself. They're soothing and help me settle down. Also, I make sure to keep my bedroom cool and dark, as the environment plays a big role.
Environment is everything. I use blackout curtains and keep the room around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. It creates the perfect conditions for deep sleep.
Yes, and noise levels matter too. I use earplugs or a white noise machine sometimes. Any other ways you prepare your environment for sleep?
I avoid using my phone or tablet right before bed because the blue light can interfere with melatonin production. Instead, I listen to sleep podcasts or calming music.
That's a good practice. So to wrap up, it seems like the key to a successful nightly routine involves consistency, creating a relaxing environment, and engaging in calming activities.
Exactly. And remember, everyone's routine can be personalized. What works for one person might not work for another. So it's about finding what makes you feel relaxed and ready to rest.
Yes, I do. I enjoy listening to calming podcasts about mindfulness or stories that aren't too stimulating. One of my favorites is a guided meditation series that helps me wind down. I also enjoy listening to nature sounds like rain or waves. It creates a peaceful atmosphere.
I love nature sounds too. They're so effective at relaxing the mind. I also like reading before bed, but I make sure it's something light or inspirational, not anything too thrilling that might keep me awake.
That's smart. Sometimes I read articles or short stories, and other times I listen to classical music. It's all about creating that peaceful transition from the busyness of the day to restful sleep. Exactly. Transitioning into sleep is key. Do you find that having a specific activity or routine helps you fall asleep faster?
For me, definitely, having a set sequence, like brushing my teeth, journaling, then listening to calming sounds, signals to my brain that it's time to wind down. Over time, these cues make it easier to drift off.
Consistency is everything. Also, I think managing stress during the day can improve nighttime routines. If I have a stressful day, my routine might be a bit longer or more focused on calming down, like extra meditation or deep breathing.
That's very true. Sometimes I keep a small worry journal where I jot down concerns to get them out of my head before sleep. It's surprisingly effective at reducing anxiety.
That's a great idea. Writing down worries can definitely help clear your mind. Do you ever practice gratitude at night?
Yes, almost every night, I think about a few things I'm grateful for, big or small. It helps shift my focus from stress to positivity before I sleep.
Same here. Ending the day with gratitude makes a big difference in my overall mood and sleep quality. Well, James, I think we've covered quite a bit about nightly routines.
Absolutely, Sarah. It's amazing how small, intentional habits can greatly impact our sleep and well-being. I hope our listeners found some useful ideas they can incorporate into their own routines.
Me too. Thanks for sharing your insights, James, and thank you to everyone listening. Remember, a good night's sleep starts with a thoughtful evening routine.
Thanks for tuning in to Evening Reflections. Have a peaceful night and sweet dreams.
Good night, everyone.